Good evening. This is my principal's update for Friday the 26th of March. This week has shown that despite falling rates of COVID-19 across the country, we still really need to be on our guard because we've had a number of positive cases in Year 11 and Year 7. I've been in contact with those parents and said what the isolation period for those children should be. It's been noticeable that some parents have rung up and said, is it just that they need to self-isolate from school? And absolutely not. They must stay at home for that whole 10 days. And that is key because we've had some pupils who've tested positive and they have been 7 days into their isolation. So that 10 days is absolutely key. Unfortunately, we've also had a couple of members of staff, 3 members of staff test positive, and one of those has been in the school kitchen, and that has meant that we've had to tell the whole of the canteen staff to self-isolate. That does mean, or the direct consequence of that does mean, that there'll be a very limited hot food service next week, and that will just be for free school meal children. There won't be any food served before school or during breaks, and that does mean that all other children will need to bring a packed lunch throughout next week, and I apologise for any inconvenience that causes. Now, what will be good is that we are going to get our Year 11 and Year 7 pupils back who were isolating this week. So if they were told to self-isolate last Wednesday or Thursday, then they can come in back to school on Monday. And we're going to test all those pupils. We're restarting our testing centre for 2 days. So the timetable for that will be, and I have sent out a letter with this on, is 8:15 will be Year 11 pupils with the surnames A to H. For 8:30, Year 11 pupils with the surnames beginning I to Z, and then at 9 o'clock we're going to get the Year 7s who were self-isolating back in. On Tuesday we welcome back the rest of the Year 11s who were told to self-isolate last Sunday, and the timetable for that is 8:15 Year 11 with the surnames A to C, 8:30 Year 11 with the surnames D to H, 8:45 Year 11 with the surnames I to N, and finally, at 9 o'clock, Year 11 surnames P to Z. And it's important that pupils stick to those times because as those pupils will be aware that they do have an assessment in maths, session 2, so we want to get them through and ready for their assessment with plenty of time. Okay, if a pupil has been advised by Track and Trace to self-isolate for longer than that, then they have to adhere to that as well, and we will know about that already. As I said earlier, I've been in contact with Public Health England, and what I'm pleased to report is I had very good discussions with them. They have said that the school has got robust systems in place for limiting the spread of COVID-19, and that our Track and Trace protocol is working correctly. So I'm pleased to report that to parents. And then finally, just for the weekend, we had a non-uniform charity day to support Avea today, who's one of our pupils at one of our trust primary schools. And I'm pleased to say that we've raised £800 to help support with her treatment, and we'll be passing that on soon. And in the letter I have put a link to the GoFundMe page if parents would like to contribute to that. Once again, thank you for all your support, and I hope that people can have a very good weekend.